Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm just going live. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Well, it's after 4 on a Friday. Hope you're all safe and sound at home or on your way there. We are heading into December 2025. And this year, for Kimberbell event, we are hosting Demo December. We've got the cutest little project this year again. It's a little ornament. We've made the tree in several different colors. And that way we would just quickly walk you through it. We've got these great little kits, great value, $5. We'll net you 2 full ornaments in the simplest, easiest way. And if that, I'm going to show you how to kind of cheat it out a bit. If you want to maybe get a little more. The kits are fairly generous. And the design is free. You can go to our website and purchase it using a coupon code. And the coupon code, I'll put that in the comments right after the video. And I might even be able to just drop you a link so you can click the link. It will take you there. Use the coupon code and the design is yours, free for the month of December starting today. And it'll give you something to do if you're stuck inside in the gnarly local weather here in Calgary. I wish I was home right now, but soon enough. Okay, I'm gonna take you up over here to my sewing machine. I have the design loaded, and I think I am going to work I think white on white. Just, it'll make it easier for you to see the project. So, on camera anyway. And full disclosure, I did not get the chance to test everything, so let's just see how this is going to go. So what I have here in the hoop, I have aqua mesh, and this I actually have aqua mesh sticky because I was feeling kind of fancy today. The little needle came unthreaded. Of course. Let's just do that all again. Some of you have told me that you love what we do because it isn't all polished and recorded. It's a lot more real life. Oh, that looks like a good threading. So I can just back up color. Few steps in the design. So the first stitch out here is just going to show us where to put the first product down. And the instructions, some of you will do better with the video than instructions, I know. It's all laid out here. Your first material is Annie-Soft and Stable, Flexi Foam, your favorite little batting. This has a little more firmness to it. What I wanted to show you is we have created a little template so you can see the size. And this bit of foam that you've got in the kit, you're actually able to get 4 out if you're careful. So what I'm going to do, the point of the tree is here. I'm going to put the Flexi Foam point right up there. If you wanted to, you could cut the foam into 4 sections. I'm not. I'm just going to lay it down, and that first stitch out, of course, was our placement line. The second stitch out here is the tack down. The truly difficult bit here is will be the trimming bit. I'll prep my space because, you know, I have a creative space happening here, which means it's a complete mess. But, you know, there we go. So, there we have, you can see it punched out in easy. I'm going to get 4 here. Just grab myself some curved embroidery scissors. Remember, anytime you've got a trim in the hoop, you're going to do it flat on the table. Don't want to distort the hoop positioning in any way. Nice. There's so many scissors to choose from. We've got OESD, Kimberbell. We have a lovely new collection of LDH. If you're a long-time watcher, you know that we just recently brought them in. They're a Canadian company. We love that. And they have a nice curved pair. Lots of us commonly just refer to them as hoop scissors because they allow us to trim nice and tight in a hoop. I think I need to get just a little closer here to be a little happier. Not that at the end of the day it going to matter too much. Okay, there we go. So get that trimmed. We'll go back to the machine, and once it's trimmed, we're going to place our tree fabric. I'm going to do the placement line first. The placement line just lets us know exactly where the felt is going to land, because that's all we're using here is our lovely wool felt. All right, so this outline here is going to give us the exact placement for the felt. And you know, if you're feeling pretty frugal here, I bet you could get 2 out of the felt. Let's wing it, shall we? So my machine is just set to give me an opportunity to trim the tails in case they're too long at the beginning. So there are thread stops or color stops here. I'm just going to do this whole thing in white, keep it visually bright for you to see. And so this time I might just reach in here for that one. Yeah, it's not loose, so I'm just going to trim that. And this is going to give us the some details. Nice, a sweet little swirl pattern. But doing it in white, just it's going to be a little easier for you on the camera. So we have free pattern. We've been doing this since we started our 24th anniversary celebrations, going into our 25th year. Don't look at the gray. The free pattern, it will be themed to the month, give or take a little bit. And we had Snowbell this month, a cute little applique pattern. We created some kits to go with that. The pattern is free. You can just come into the store, pick that up. When you place an online order, we've been tucking them in there. There's a new pattern starting Monday. It's quite cute. It's a lovely wool felt ornament. And we have some kits available for you for that as well. But the pattern is free, or it'll be tucked into the kit if you purchase one. And as I said, demo December. This embroidery design is free. If you'd like a kit with everything in it so you don't have to go rooting around looking for it, $5. Is in this day and age, that's nearly free, right? So it's not a very well, real world things. I think that my machine is failing to pick up the bottom thread. Yeah. So it's giving me a warning that I'm out of upper thread, but I'm actually out of bobbin thread. But I'm not. It's just not quite picking the tail up. So give me half a second here. We'll just do our best to... I hope you take some comfort in knowing it doesn't go perfect for me all day, every day either. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. One more time with feeling. Just gonna stop and I'm gonna trim off these. I don't like having them stitched in and hard where they become more difficult to pull out as we go along. Let's move you along. There we go. So, color stops. While the design shows all of this in white on the pattern page front, it also has a final finishing line, and in this one on the green tree, it's green. The color stops are there in case there's the swirls, that outline of the tree. In my mind, the white looks a little bit like snow frost on the edge of the branches and things. And then there's also some little Christmas balls on the tree. And say you wanted those in a different color. The color stop allows you to switch thread, put some different colors in there, which might make you happier. Gives you a little more choice in the pattern. So this is another color stop, and it's going to drop down little dots, but I'm going to let it drop down white ones. We're just going to go tone on tone. The cover looks like that. Switch out, give you a little close up there. You can see. Yeah, so we've got all these freebie pattern things going on. We've got, of course, our free tips and tutorials on YouTube, Facebook. Please join us on one of them. And do leave a comment. Let us know that you're there. Otherwise, we feel like we're all alone. Not necessarily the best way to go about a day all alone. It's more fun with friends, so just say hey. Certainly give us a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe. For us, joy is in the subscriptions that you give us, and then if you click the little bell, it comes up, it gives you a warning. So, well, normally we go live at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time because we're in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Today we didn't. There was all sorts of things happening here in the store today that needed to be tended to, and we typically go live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Today, Friday, you get a bonus little demo walkthrough. So we've got all the little polka dots going in, or the little Christmas balls, however you might think about them. The design doesn't take too long. The instructions, Kimberbell instructions, are always very thorough. And if you read the words and don't just skippity-doo-dah through the pictures, you'll do much better. Or if you refer to the video. That's why we do it. Okay, so we've got the little doodahs, which was color step number 6, or instruction box number 11 in our instructions here. Now color or box 12. Okay, so we're going to take the hoop off of the machine. And you can see how I put this on there, because I am pretty sure that I can sneak another tree over here. And that being the case, that makes me pretty happy. And I'm pretty sure that this original line here is where we're going to cut the tree out after. So I could go in here and slice this out, but remember, we're going to give you 2 pieces of felt in that kit. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to flip this over, and I'm going to match the angle. It's better put it on camera where everyone can see, right? Okay, so I'm just going to match the angle of the felt that's in there right now, so I know that it'll all be under the tree. Then I've got some Kimberbell tape here, embroidery tape. Just kind of put that out on the edge here. What you don't want to do is press here. You don't want to press while it's in the hoop. It could distort the hoop placement, and then if this was a bigger applique or anything, you move things around and then they don't line up. What I like to do is get it there, flip it over. I can see through the stabilizer where the tape is, so I can press really hard from this side because I'm down on the table. And that's pretty good. That'll make me happy. And these shouldn't interfere, but I'm going to go in and trim these little tails, the ones that aren't loose. Some of them are loose. But that's the hoop scissors. You keep them flat on the project and you'll get the tails trimmed nice and tight without damaging the fabric. Don't use your straight scissors because then you poke in and you can get yourself kind of a little glitch. Oh, bonus tip. Okay, so the instructions have us using twine to hang the ornaments with. There's twine in the kit as well. See that here in the back. The twine, if has you put it on a big darning needle, and then it has you swoop that through the back and then stitch it right through. And then this. I don't want to pull out a big needle. I don't want to stitch those in. So I have a pretty little ribbon here right now, and I'm just going to cut a loop the size that it says in the instructions. And I'm going to sneak back here, and you can see where everything is going to go. Some of the tape we have, OESD has a wash away that you could use. The Kimberbell and OESD both have a lovely tearaway tape. So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to open this back up. I can see where the tree is. I am going to drop this into the middle of the tree with a little bit of tape. Whoops. My ribbon's a bit springier than the twine is. So just going to I'm just going to sneak that into the back of the tree here. Remember not to press hard from the back, but you can press much harder from the front. And now I'm going to put in that last stitch out, number 7. We're back in the machine. You can sew the twine in if you want to. You can embroider it in like I'm going to do. We'll see how it all turns out in a minute. So now what we've got is stitching through all the layers. Back will be nice and clean. Yay. Okay, there we go. That's completed. Yay. So all stitched out. So you pop it out, And I'm going to trim one of these. You can trim everything away and then rinse the water-soluble stabilizer out. It kind of disappears into the background. You don't have to get crazy. You can rinse these. Doesn't take long to remove the water-soluble. You can take a wet Q-tip, as the instructions suggest, and slide into between the layers and erase the stabilizer. Now, the only tricky thing about this is when you're trimming the tree, let me right there, when you trim this line, just be careful that you don't cut the twine. So that initial line that showed us everything, that is actually where you cut the design. Some people had the dickens of the time figuring out a nice placement. So when you're getting close to the twine here that's coming out of the side, yeah, trim up there. Then what you're going to do is stop, and you're only going to trim through the top layer of the design so that we don't cut that cord. And then I'm just going to take the cord down, and then I'm going to sneak back in here and trim right on that very first stitch line. I'm coming around to the cord on this side, and I'm just gonna cut around the top layer only. Then I'm just gonna get around that cord. And we're almost back to where we started. And I'm just trimming right next to that stitching, so it's actually going to stay, mine's going to stay on there pretty close to the edge. Sometimes if you have nicked into it a little bit, it's really easy just to pluck it off, and you can trim a little more off, but then just furry a little bit there, and I just got to trim that edge of the felt a little more, and voila. Sweet, right? So if you like hand sewing and you own a big darting needle, you can just stitch it through the back, or you could stitch it through the top, or you could embroider it right in if you want to. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Lord. We thank you so very much for joining us this afternoon on this Black Friday. My free tips. While I do own a retail store, I'm not all about the Black Friday. I understand what it's for and what it's doing, but I have to say the enormous amount of emails that I had from companies that I work with or have shopped at or have a points card with, the enormous amount of email I got this year, I was like, is out of hand. And it's just crazy. So what I think that I would love for you to do, for me to do, just keep shopping local. Tomorrow is, they call it Small Business Saturday, because, you know, the great big people, they had their marketing budgets slamming you this last week, to come shop with them. Go to every small business that you love and spend $10 tomorrow. If everyone who loved them went there and did that tomorrow, they'd be very happy for the rest of this year. And then there's Cyber Monday. Well, a good lot of us have our own web stores. We would appreciate you frequenting them. That's where you're going to find this free design and our video tutorial. I'll put the link in the comments once we're off the live, and if you're shopping online, you'll find it there. You're going to buy it, put the coupon code in, and there'll be no charge for it. Just remember that only lasts for December. January 1st, if one of your dear friends sees it, it will cost them $5 to pick it up from Kimberbell for the time immemorial. But starting January 1st, it'll be $5 US on the Kimberbell website. But for demo December, it belongs to us stores for us to share freely with our customers. So we thank Kimberbell for that. Again, I'm Ann Dale here at my sewing room in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Send us some loves, some likes, some subscribes, hit the bell, do the things. Take care. Drive safely out there. Bye for now.